Chess, nonsense, and analysis. Yes, dear viewer. So today we're going to look at the ongoing World Rapid and Blitz Team Championship. So a very interesting event. It's happening in London, and the format is actually exciting because the format is that it doesn't necessarily have to be players from the same country. It can also be from the same club. But here's the catch. Uh, we in the team there has to be one female player, and there has to be one player who is classified as an amateur. So amateur is classified then with the rules that a player should not have reached an ELO rating of 2000. So any player who has not reached an ELO rating of 2000 in classical, rapid, or blitz is then classified as an amateur. But there also is an amateur board. So you've got all these boards and an amateur board as well. Interesting enough, the FIDE president is also playing for one of the teams on the amateur board. Anyway, one of the teams, what caught my eye uh, in a matchup today, a very interesting matchup, the legendary five-time world champion, ex-world champion, okay, world champion, yeah, he's now ex-world champion, Vishwanathan Grandmaster, Super Grandmaster Vishwanathan Anand, played against Super Grandmaster Arjun Erigaisi. And guess what? The Madras Tiger took down Erigaisi, and actually Anand is now on a perfect score of 3 out of 3 games. A fantastic tournament, and it's very nice to see actually the living legend, entertaining us with some games still. Right? We are very much privileged to actually be able to witness Anand still being able to play. He's playing at the highest level. Let's jump into the game and let's see what is happening. So it was a rapid game, just played, it just finished. Okay, so Erigaisi is playing with the white pieces. He plays d4, and Anand is offering an Imzo Indian, and Erigaisi sidesteps it, and Erigaisi plays pawn to e3. This is very interesting, a very interesting choice, because you have to remember that Anand has played the World Championship so many times. I mean, we're talking about a legend who has played players like Garry Kasparov, Anatoly Karpov. You name a player, and Anand has played against them in a match. Kramnik, Shirov, Carlsen, Gelfand, need I say more? Topalov. So he has incredible experience, and more importantly, his opening preparation is incredible, right? He's got an almost photographic memory, if not photographic. So he's still able theoretically to hold his own. And this explains why Erigaisi plays AE3. He wants to steer the game out of any theory, and he plays B3. So already we're in a position which Anand would not have analyzed. But okay, there are some features that will be, mm, known to him. Bishop b2 takes on c4, knight b4, bishop e2, and plays pawn to b6. So yeah, the purpose of this whole operation is that, of course, once white plays a3, black is arguing that then the b3 pawn is weak, and maybe black would go back, and in some positions, knight a5 would be more effective than initially, right? So knight c3, bishop b7, rook c1, and Anand takes on c4, plays rook c8. So he's putting pressure on these 2 hanging pawns, as they are called. There is some threat of bishop takes f3. If you take with the bishop, the pawn on c4 is hanging. Okay, Erigaisi plays knight e5, knight d7, takes on d7, and he shows his intentions. He wants to create chaos on the board, but more importantly, he wants to find a way to attack the king. So d5 is a fantastic move because it blocks the bishop, and black's bishop, but at the same time opens up for the black. For white's black square bishop. a3. So that is the whole idea. And knight goes to e4. Is going for an immediate attack on the king, and black must be very careful. I mean, uh, very careful. For example, if you take here, okay, I'm looking at this like right now, analyzing. I'm thinking maybe bishop g4 is very interesting. Playing for a pattern, and if you play f5, maybe I can throw in a queen d4. Is that working here? Throw in a queen d4 because my idea was to play knight f6. I'm not 100% sure what happens after bishop c5. Position is extremely tense. Um, uh, yeah, maybe knight bishop c5 may be the refutation of my idea, because my idea was that, say, for example, you played bishop f8, right? Then I wanted to play knight f6 check as an example. And you take, I play queen takes. Yeah, but okay, this is a bit much. Possibly bishop g4 is too ambitious. Maybe then white must play queen d4, maybe in this position, no? And just attack here and build the position. But we can see that it can be very dangerous. Hence, Anand plays knight c5, wanting, of course, the knight was out of the game. He plays the knight into the game and is suggesting an exchange of pieces. This position, you can imagine, it's a very scary position to be having against somebody like Erigaisi. Queen d4. And remember, all those patterns we're talking about, they are exploding now. I mean, if you play bishop f8 here, then for sure, I will hit you with knight f6 check. Pawn takes knight, queen takes pawn. Look at this. E5 is not helping you. I take with the bishop. And I'm going queen h8, and and it's already game over. Very dangerous attacker, Erigaisi. Anand plays f6, and it's a big battle now. Erigaisi takes the knight and then plays queen g4, creating patterns all over the board. The pawn on g7 is pinned. The pawn on e6 is pinned. Potentially, there could be a pin to the queen and the rook. For example, if you take e takes d5, maybe I play queen takes d7. Let me show you the variations. E takes d5, maybe I play queen takes d7, rook takes d7, and then now there's a pattern, and then I hit you with bishop g4, right? So it's just threats, one threat after the other. As we can expect from the ever creative and explosive Arjun Erigaisi. So Anand plays f5, and this calculation is key here. And we see one legend and one very strong player, going at it. Okay, f5 is logical, and of course we see that d takes e6 is going to happen. You cannot take the pawn because of mate, so queen e7, and then queen takes f5. So we're expecting that Anand calculated up to here. So now the thing is that Anand is now 2 pawns down, so he must have come here with something in mind. So what is it? Now notice how legends play. He has looked at the whole board, and one of the things that he has picked up is that the two bishops on e2 and b6 rank. So he hits him with rook d2. It would not have been the end of his calculation, by the way, because, of course, a very logical move here would be to defend, maybe with queen e5, defend the bishop and threaten checkmate, yes, is one of the ideas. Oh, wow. Do you see what possibly Anand had in mind against queen e5? Wow, it's beautiful. Maybe you can pause the video, then you can try to figure it out, and then press play again. Okay, are you back? Did you figure it out? Ah, yeah, well done. Yes, rook takes b2 is a problem here. Queen takes b2 and queen g5. Is this a huge problem? I thought this is the end of the road, but now I realize white can still play g3. Is there any other way we can do it then? I like the idea of taking on b2, playing queen g5, but there will be a g3. Um, wow, not so easy. Okay, worst comes to worst, I can always take on B2 and then take on A3, but I don't like this. I'm looking for more. I don't see. But nonetheless, I don't know. One can check with the computer what after Queen E5. I'm sure Anand had something in store. I am not able to see it immediately. Um, okay, I'm still calculating. I'm thinking Queen E5, Bishop D6, maybe to bring the bishop now to second H2. Let's say Queen C3, Rook takes, Queen takes. Do I take on H2 or do I play Queen H4 first? I'm not sure, but nonetheless, it's a very juicy position, isn't it? Erigaisi plays Queen E5. Yeah, apparently this was the mistake. I think Queen F7 was suggested to take here, King takes. Although we can see that, yeah, it's not an easy position for white for sure. Yeah. So anyway, he plays Queen E5, Rook takes B2, and now the attack comes. Queen G5, pawn must go to G3, and now Queen G4 is played. So now he's ready to attack on the white square. So yeah, possibly the other variation I was trying to figure out with Queen E5, maybe it could have the same outcome, right? So like here, let's say Queen E5, maybe the same thing. Rook takes B2, Queen takes B2, Queen G4, G3, and then I try to get on the white squares. Possibly that should be enough as well. Because the problem here is that you don't have F3, isn't it? So yeah, this should also be enough. And the queen can go to E4 or also to H3. So there we are, we found the solution. So anyway, played Bishop D3, pawn to G6, Queen E5, Rook takes B2, Queen G5, and Queen G4. So tries to play Queen F6. So we're stopping Queen F3 and hoping that stopping Queen H3 too, because then I can play Queen F7 check and take the bishop. Anand plays Rook F8, stopping Queen F7. E7 takes check and blocks the check. So unfortunately for Erigaisi, all this has just led to the pawn, the dangerous pawn E7 not being exchanged, and Anand plays Bishop F3 and Erigaisi resigned. Because now if you move the queen, Queen H3 is coming with Queen G2 checkmate. It's a real heavyweight tactical encounter. And I was myself struggling to keep up, and a very nice game. And Anand, yeah, he's as dangerous as ever, and it's beautiful to see. So yeah, Grandmaster, Super Grandmaster, legendary, five-time world champion, Vishwanathan Anand is still on perfect score of 3 out of 3 in this event, and let's see how it will end eventually. So yeah, all eyes were keeping eyes on it, and we are hoping to follow more brilliant Anand games from the event. All right, dear viewer, please like, share, subscribe if you haven't, and yeah, see you soon. Checkmate.